everyone is having a great day. Before I go further, I need to perform a sound check. In the left-hand margin, you will see a chat window. Can a few of you please type yes or Y if you can hear me? All right, great. A few more logistics before we begin. If audio is not clear, if you hear an echo, try logging off Adobe Connect, then log back on. Unfortunately, there is not much else we can do to troubleshoot any audio or video issues you may be having. Secondly, you can find our contact details below in the lower left-hand corner in this notes section. Please take some time now or during the webinar to jot down that information. There's also a full screen mode option in Adobe Connect if the images you see are smaller than you prefer. However, keep in mind that this will disable the chat function. As a thank you for attending, this presentation is being recorded and everyone will receive a copy sometime afterwards in a follow-up email. Special offers. So I wanted to mention a couple of special offers from eSignal. We have a special offer page right here, esignal.com/trading-software/specials. Some of those special offers include a refer a friend and get credit promo right here, and that's the URL. We are also offering a 30-day risk-free trial of eSignal 12, which is our latest version of our charting platform. And for those in attendance today, we are offering actually two special offers. The first offer is a lifetime use of Steve's Lightning Bolt tool for $99, which retails for $249. And as a bonus for eSignal attendees today, we have a 30-day free trial to Steve's newsletter service, which is Mastering Probability. And those URLs are here, tfnn.com/abcd for the Lightning Bolt tool, and tfnn.com/Steve for Steve's newsletter. Product training and upcoming events. So eSignal Learning has daily and recurring training classes involving basic and advanced training in eSignal 12 again, which is our latest version of our platform. We also offer classes in trading Forex as well as futures. And I also wanted to specially note right now, there is an upcoming multi-speaker webinar event on Saturday, 11/15, starting at 6 a.m. Eastern Time, which will run for approximately 4 to 5 hours, where we have attendees such as Dan Zanger, Dr. John Najarian, Daryl Guppy from ANSYS. We also have many other presenters attending that day. And here's the short URL of that registration page, which is www.esignal.com/BIB, which is short for Back in Black. So again, that URL is www.esignal.com/BIB. Without further ado, I wanted to begin our presentation today with introducing Rhodes of TFNN. Steve is the author of Mastering Probability, a daily newsletter service that provides strategic money management tools which create long-term compounding wealth. Like most successful entrepreneurs, Steve has combined the work of other market masters and then figured out what they didn't see, and he shares that with subscribers and listeners to his daily radio shows, seen and heard at tfnn.com each day. Steve is an extraordinary educator and understands that the fastest way to learn anything is to link the known to the unknown, making it easier for new and experienced technicians to learn how to analyze the markets. Over the last 130 years, only 39% of the time has been boom time. That means that the economy is going to change, and Steve will teach you how to tune out the noise of the media, look at what the buyers and sellers are doing, and form a strategy for success for you. During Steve's presentation today, you will learn about how to identify one of the most structured moves that exist in every market, for every instrument, and for every time frame, how to project futures price levels so that you can buy lows and sell highs, how to let the market do 75% of the work for you so that you can become a master of the last leg, how to identify the hidden messages of this last leg, when to pull the trigger and enter or exit the trade, and much more. In order to keep Steve's presentation flowing fluidly, I please ask that you hold your questions until closer to the end of the presentation. However, please go ahead and send your questions through the chat box, and if Steve has time, he'll respond during the presentation. With those final details aside, please welcome Steve Rhodes. And again, thank you for attending this eSignal webinar. Steve, off to you.
Thanks, Ben, for that terrific introduction, and welcome everyone to the Lightning Bolt pattern. I'm your host, Steve Rhodes, and I'm going to teach you about one of the most powerful tools that exist in the marketplace for, it doesn't matter what you're trading, doesn't matter whether it's currencies or commodities, doesn't matter whether it's ETFs or individual stocks. If you are doesn't matter what time frame it is. So whether you're an intraday time frame trader, whether you are a long-term time frame, works on monthly charts, daily charts, every single chart that is out there. So it's going to be. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to spend the next hour with you. As Ben mentioned, if you have some questions, you can go ahead and type it into the chat room, and the question may be answered further on in the slide. So I will do everything I can to be able to get to your questions. One quick piece of detail that we need to do, the legal disclaimer. So trading in securities such as stocks, options, indexes, currencies, and futures involve risk and should not be undertaken without due diligence and serious independent study. Options, stocks, currencies, and futures trading involves substantial risk. Attendees of this workshop may carry out their own trading based upon what they learn from this workshop hosted by Steve Rhodes. However, all risks of potential financial losses are the attendees' responsibility. Steve Rhodes will be in no way liable for the financial losses resulting from trading decisions based upon this workshop or any other advice. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. Reproduction in whole or in part is not permitted without the prior written consent from Steve Rhodes. I, as Ben mentioned, I'm the morning anchor at TFNN.com. I do a show from 9 to 11 o'clock called the Trader's Edge. And the show is actually broadcast also through eSignal version 12. So if you're an eSignal subscriber, you have version 12, just go up to the top button, you'll see the eSignal apps, click on Media, and you'll be able to see the show streaming live. And it's an interactive show. That means we have callers that call in to us. We're live 10 hours a day. It's running through eSignal 24 hours a day as the shows get re-racked. And it's a bunch of wonderful technical traders. We're taking a look at the live markets. We're taking a look at what's moving inside the market. So tune in if you have not done that in the past. I'm also author of Mastering Probability. And as Ben mentioned, you have access to a free 30-day trial. If you just go to www.tfnn.com/Steve, you'll see all the sign-up details for that. Also, I am what is really considered a pattern recognition expert. Now today we're going to be talking about primarily one pattern, and that's the A to B equals CD, or the lightning bolt tool. And we'll discuss the Gartley patterns because a part of a Gartley pattern, if that's new to you, what's required is the A to B equals CD tool. On top of that, there's so many extraordinary indicators and tools out there. It's so important to understand what the broad market is doing. So if you're trading individual stock, you certainly want to understand what the broad market's doing. You want to be able to pick out support and resistance. And then what I would say is become a master of any one of these four categories, because you could break the movement of anything, whether it's a stock, whether it's a currency pair, whether it's a commodity, into four different areas. That being volume, supply and demand, being volatility or liquidity, momentum, and also the power of the energy. So we're not going to touch on those things, but I wanted to be able to provide you with that tool and make sure that you are becoming an expert in any one of those areas with any one of those indicators. Oftentimes people will put an indicator that measures the same thing on a stock chart. So I am a pattern recognition expert. In fact, some might say that I'm actually a wizard when it comes to pattern recognition. Now this all started many years, well, about 40 years ago, quite frankly, and I've been in the theme park business for the last 20 years. In fact, many of you we already may have a relationship with, because for 20 years I was providing photographic services for different theme parks, casinos, tourist attractions around the world. Back in the year 2000, I created a product called Crystal Magic. It's where we recreated images inside solid blocks of crystal, and had the highest grossing store on Disney property in their history with that product. And what I learned from that is that, relationship, it's not where you go to get something, it's a place where you go to give something. And I could not have had a retail store inside of Walt's Castle without understanding that, or at Epcot or at Universal Studios. And so what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to give you, and I'm going to do that for the next 45 minutes. I hope that our relationship goes beyond just this one workshop. And what I want to be able to do is help you to take a stock chart. And if we start with just this blank stock chart, and I were to ask any of you out there, can you project for me where price is going on this stock chart? Now, many of you probably could come up with some different tools. Many of you might say, hey, it's going to go visit the swing point. What's a swing point? Well, it'll be right up here, the September 19th high in the S&P 500 on a daily chart. But just because maybe you can't see something on a stock chart, it doesn't mean that it's not there. It's much like a rainbow, right? A rainbow is always present. It's just those prismatic droplets of mist and the sun hit at the right angle that happens to show us the rainbow. Well, the rainbow on a stock chart, or the symbol, is the A to B equals CD pattern, what I call the lightning bolt pattern. So important for you as a trader, because when you apply this pattern on the stock chart, take a look at the meaning of this versus the first chart that we put on there. If I were to now ask you the question and ask you, where is it, at least where is it that you believe that Steve Rhodes believes that price is going to go to in the S&P 500, and you were to look at this, how many of you now could instantly say the S&P is going to 2102? Everyone should be able to do that. You see, symbols are extremely important to us. Now I want to be providing you with tools of significance, of importance. And symbols move us. Words, not so much. You know, if I said that we're in a bull market, does the words bull market move you, or does seeing the Wall Street bull go ahead and move you? How many of us have come home, watched the evening news, and hear about an Ebola scare? Is it the word Ebola that goes ahead and maybe irks us, or is it the actual symbol of Ebola out there? For me, when I come home and I see that symbol, I know that there can't be any good news. You know, the interesting thing about symbols is we don't really need to know the word that's associated. Jesus, that's not necessarily going to evoke as much meaning as when you see the cross out there. Or how about this? If you've ever driven by maybe somebody that has defamed a building, you don't see them writing the word swastika out there, do you? No, what you see is the actual symbol. And so certain symbols have really strong meaning out there. So what's more important? What's more powerful? Is it being able to label a chart with an A point, a B point, a C point? Or is it more powerful to be able to go ahead and put the lightning bolt tool on your chart? The lightning bolt tool provides us with so much information. You see, many of you, because of the way that I drew the lightning bolt on that first chart, would say, well, Steve Rhodes is predicting that the S&P 500 is going to make its way up to 2102. Perhaps when you're done with this workshop tonight, perhaps if you go ahead and purchase the lightning bolt tool, what you'll be able to see is that the S&P 500, it's not just going to 2102. First, it's going to get to that 2019. It's going to get to that swing point. It's going to do that. Then once it rests, maybe it takes that swing point out right away, but after this move, after the last 8-9 days out here, it needs a bit of a rest. But it's going to go to 2102, and then if this strength continues, 2178 is next up on its chart, because that's the 1 to 1.272. And we're going to talk about the expansions of these swing points. What's most important for you to understand is really the power of symbols. And when you add symbols to your charts, when you add the lightning bolt pattern to your chart, it's going to improve your trading and investing. And what's also going to help you do is you're going to learn how to buy and sell that D point. Because how many of you out there have ever watched price get to a target and then said, geez, maybe I don't want to sell it? You know, when price hits your target, and there's all kinds of tools that you can use for that, but you don't want to necessarily give back gains when a pattern has completed. So what I want to do is I want to be able to teach you how to master the D leg. I want to teach you how to master the C to D leg of this lightning bolt pattern. Now, what's really key, because when we took a look at the S&P 500 on that first slide, it gave us one price projection. When I did it on the second slide, we came up with another price projection. You see, all lightning bolts are not created equal. In fact, a real lightning bolt averages between 5,000 and 200,000 amps out there. And that really is the same thing with regard to the lightning bolts that actually are applied to a stock chart out here. So maybe you can't catch lightning in a bottle, but what I can guarantee you, what you can do is you can go ahead and you can catch it on a stock chart out there. So a question that I have for you, this happens to be the NASDAQ Composite coming off of the March 2009 lows. And the question would be, it doesn't matter whether it's the NASDAQ Composite coming off those lows or anything else that you've traded, have you ever missed out on a big move? Could be a stock, could be a currency, could be a commodity out there. Have you ever missed out on a move? One of the tools, if you're anything like me, the answer would have to be yes out there. And one of the tools to be able to identify when to come in on a trade, and this means tune out all of the noise of everything that you hear around you, everybody's opinion, even my opinion, tune out the noise, learn how to use these tools objectively, be able to identify the pattern ahead of time, and wait for price to see if price gets down to your objective. In this case here, one of the tools, the lightning bolt pattern, that gave you an entry opportunity into the NASDAQ Composite, albeit it's certainly not at the lows, came in at about the $1,735 price point back in July of 2009. That is where you would have learned to buy the D point. Now, what I'm sharing with you, this is not anything that I developed. As Ben mentioned to you, I've always believed that the real power, and if you take a look at most folks that have been successful, whether it's Steve Jobs, whether it's basically anybody, Walt Disney as an example, what they've done is they've taken the works of others and they've made it better. Well, back in 1935, just to give you an idea and an understanding of how powerful this pattern is, back in 1935, during the Great Depression, a guy by the name of H.M. Gartley put together a book, Profits in the Stock Market. Now, he sold that book, this is during the Depression, for $1,500. He sold 1,000 copies. The cost of that book was the equivalent of a new Ford. Back then, $500. Now, you can get the tool for $99 tonight. That's not the importance. What's important is just how valuable this pattern was. And this pattern was around back in 1929. This pattern worked back then, worked in 35, worked in 1987, worked in 1999, worked in 2000, worked in 2009, works today. In fact, it just most recently worked back at the low here in October 16th, and we'll take a look at that during the workshop. The Gartley 222 pattern, that's what's referred to, is because on page 222 of his book is where he revealed, the A to B equals CD pattern. Now, what I'd have you focus on here is the chart on the right-hand side, the B level out here. Now, don't confuse the A and B out here with anything, and let's not confuse his A to B equals CD here. Here, what he was looking for was a market that began its way down. In fact, back in 2007, you might not have picked the high, but there was an A to B equals CD to the upside. There was a counter trend move. That's called a Gartley sell pattern. That's selling the D point that took place. In this case here, if you picture in your mind, maybe just picture 2007, you get your first leg down and the market makes an A point where he's got C. I'm just giving you the exact page of his, but here's your A point, your B point up here at this little crest, a little bit of a retracement, and finally right up here where it makes a D point. Now, what I also want you to really note when you take a look at even H.M. Gartley's work back then is the importance of using stops. So even in his images here, he identified the place of putting stops. Now in this case here, he used the stop as the swing point. And for those of you where swing point is something that is new you're not familiar with, I'll go through that on some other charts just so you can get a pretty good feel for what swing point is all about. So actually, if you take a look at H.M. Gartley's work, this actually came from his book out here. And we take a look, in fact, today just happens to coincide with the anniversary of the crash from 1929. No coincidences out here that we're spending time taking a look at H.M. Gartley's work and taking a look at the one of the stock charts that he had in his book. And as the market was making its low, it created an A point back in November out here where he's got it labeled as A. Makes a move up here to the B point, back down, makes an A to B equals CD, back into the April high, and that became a selling opportunity out there. And every Gartley pattern has got 5 different potential outcomes. So the tool that I'm sharing with you has been around for a long, long time. What you have the ability to do is to now apply this tool, this indicator, this lightning bolt pattern, this image, this symbol to your stock charts. And don't ever underestimate the power of symbols. It is the most moving thing for any of us. If we take a look at what our mission is here, what your mission in utilizing this tool, should you decide to do so, your mission is to learn how to buy the D point. And what that means is you're going to have a market that's moving down. Very similar to the market that we've just gone through here, where we had this nice vicious correction into the October lows. Likewise, and that means, so for those of you that want to be able to learn how to buy lows, you're going to be able to do that with this tool. Of course, we're always going to use stop management. Likewise, for those of you that would like to be able to sell at the highs, that means you're going to identify ahead of time, because you're going to know ahead of time where your targets are at. So you're going to have your one cancels other order that's in place out there, and you can adjust things along the way, but you're going to go ahead and actually sell. Now, by selling, does that mean that you have to short the market? Not necessarily, but it allows you to objectively be able to identify where your exit strategy is. And we all need exit strategies. If we take a look at the Dow to identify monthly swing points, because one of the keys to being able to utilize the A to B equals CD tool is going to be to identify swing points. Now, as we take a look at the monthly chart here for the Dow, the red lines are meant to identify what I'll call major swings, major trends. You know, it's much like driving. If you, the next time that you're driving somewhere, or you can picture this most certainly, you know you're going to be driving down a road and you're going to come to a major intersection where there's a light. Versus, as you're driving down that same road, because those major intersections, those major inflection points where you see changes in trend, those are going to be the areas where you're going to go ahead and label the lightning bolt, your A to B equals CD pattern. Now, if we take a look at, and you're going to also see these little junior swing points. You know, if we come back here, it looks like maybe this is October of 2000, and I don't have the year here because I'm on a slide, but maybe October 2011, this little movement. That's just a junior swing point. That's just it's not so much a major swing point here. Now, as the market was moving up back into the off of the March lows in 2009, right up here in this first red arrow, that became your major swing point. Price moved down. Let's take a look at it on the screen. If we take a look at the A to B equals CD pattern out here, it's really the same chart, just simply I'm applying the lightning bolt tool to it. What we can see is that price moved up to the 1-to-1 area. Right back here, which when it got into the 14,000 level. When it got into the 14,000 level, what you can also notice, it was really the same highs from back in 2007 out here. So that had made a 100% move. We didn't get any kind of bearish signal or anything along those lines. And that's why we want to understand, in using the lightning bolt tool, what some of the different expansions are. And I'm going to cover those expansions here in just a little bit. But this is the first A to B equals CD pattern. You see, on a daily basis, of course, it depends what your time frame is. It can be on a by-minute basis, depending upon this time frame you trade. Let's assume that you're a monthly trader here. The market is going to reveal new information to you all the time. And it's your responsibility to continue to come back to the chart, take a look at that new information, and apply the tools that you use. Specifically in this case here, our A to B equals CD pattern. Now this was the first A to B equals CD to the upside. There was a second one. Can you see right now, before I switch charts, so just as a test, to test yourself, can you where I would draw the next A to B equals CD pattern? Just take a look at it for a moment and see where you would draw that. And then I'll go ahead and switch the slide. So I'll switch the slide right now to see if you would have identified that as your next A to B equals CD. So you can see as we got up into these highs in here in April, in the 12,876 level, that then formed our next A to B equals CD. So you can have multiple patterns on here for our purposes, for illustration purposes. I'm right now just showing you one just to make things clear. The tool, by the way, allows you to put multiple A to B equals CD patterns on the stock chart. And so the market is always providing new information to us. It's really incumbent upon yourself and myself for us to be able to take that new information and redraw or add another pattern. Now, if we take a look, this is the monthly chart. I had taken this picture a couple of days ago, so we know that the Dow is higher than 16,380 as we speak right now. And what we can take a look at, is it any surprise that the Dow got up into the 16,800 area? And for those of you that don't know what a retracement is or a Fibonacci retracement, you can see that the A to B equals CD tool provides us with that retracement. Is that means the B to C leg. That's the retracement back to this leg here from point A to point B. And it's just measured as a percentage. So if you took a look at the price move from 64.69 to 12,876 and you subtracted 38%, 38.5%, that's going to get you back down to this 10,400 level. Now this retracement here is really significant. Understanding that retracement is extremely powerful. Let me give you an example here. Right now, if you're sitting at a desk, pick up a rubber band. So if you've got a rubber band anywhere near you, open up that drawer right now, pick out a rubber band. For those of you that can't find a rubber band on your desk, what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes. So I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take that imaginary rubber band and I want you to take your index finger out and I want you to take that rubber band and I want you to wrap that rubber band around your finger as hard as you possibly can. Almost so that it's cutting off the blood, right? Now what I want you to do is I want you to back it off maybe the equivalent of about 38%. So back it off 38%. Do it in your mind and let go of that rubber band. What kind of energy do you think is left in that unwinding of that rubber band? Would you consider that to be strong? Would you consider that to be weak? Well, let's do that again, just to give you another example, because another normal retracement, this is a 0.382, it says 0.385, it's just exact on my screen out here. But take that same rubber band, wrap that rubber band around your finger as hard as you possibly can. And now back that off about 62%, 0.618, and let that go. And how much energy is there? Which of the two has more energy? The one that only made a 0.382 retracement or the one that made a 0.618? Now you don't see the 0.618 on here, but you're going to see that as we take a look at some of the other stock charts out here. So, what does this mean? This means that the Dow, its next move, once it clears this hurdle, we've just gotten through basically the most unfavorable seasonal cycle. Now, we've got another day that takes place on Halloween, so October 31st officially ends the unfavorable seasonal cycle. If I were to ask you, based on what you now know about the lightning bolt tool, and ask you to tell me where is it that you think the Dow is next targeted to move towards, what would you say? Would you say it would be 18,552? I hope so, because on a monthly chart, that's where the Dow is headed to. We haven't seen any kind of reversal. Now, what you and I have to be willing to do, if there's new information tomorrow, if because of whatever, Janet Yellen, the message of the Fed, if something just changes, all holy heck breaks loose tomorrow, what you and I have to do is abandon our read of the chart and be willing to look for new patterns out there, new A to B equals CD, or switch down to daily and weekly charts, or maybe even intraday charts to understand what's going on. But the message of the market, the message of this tool right now, and the message of these markets is there's plenty of energy for the Dow to get up to 18,500 as its next target. Now, here's the Dow chart, because the A to B equals CD tool works on the way down and it works on the way up. And if you take a look at on the way down, back in March of 2009, we can see the expansions. You can see the expansions all the way down. And when we take a look at the stock chart on a monthly basis, there was actually a signal. You see, the buyers and sellers, the bulls and the bears, they go to work each and every day. Their responsibility is to paint a sign. And that sign that they paint for us helps us to understand if the Army has taken a position. Well, back in 2009, as the Dow was making a 1 to 2.618, A to B equals CD, what happened And that price projection, by the way, was 64.26. Hey, it missed it. Remember, we also, by the way, we use these as guidelines. We don't use these necessarily as an exact figure. We certainly do when we're placing our trade. And when we place our trade, we're going to use price maybe a little bit below it, in order to be able to have a target so that we always have our trades bracketed. Both the exit strategies for getting out on a successful trade and when the trade goes against us. So we had a 1 to 2.618, A to B equals CD. The downside, the candle that was formed, by the way, in March of 2009, that's what's called a piercing candle. That is a bullish reversal candle. You can see all the way down here, as price was moving lower, there never was a reversal signal. And that's really a key. You need to have a reversal signal. And we're not going to discuss, we don't have time today to go over candlestick charting, but it's one of the most valuable tools that you want to use, especially as price is moving towards your target lines. Because as price moves towards your target lines, that's where it's going to be communicating to you what the buyers and sellers really want to do. So you'll see on my charts here, if you listen in on the shows, if you subscribe to the newsletter service, you're going to see that I use Japanese candlestick charts. And just because a candle is green doesn't mean it's bullish, and just because it's red doesn't mean it's bearish. It just really tells us where price opened. In this case here, on the green candle, opened at the low at the body of the candle and closed up at the top. So don't get confused about the color, but you really want to understand the reversal signals out there. Now, why did H.M. Gartley teach us to buy that D point? If we go back to the NASDAQ composite, we go back to that 1735, we go back to coming off of the March lows, the reason that he taught us that is because one of the outcomes is that the A to B equals CD pattern, this D point right here at this 1-to-1 level, at this 1735, the ultimate outcome is that turns into the next C point of an A to B equals CD up, the next lightning bolt pattern out here. And if we take a look at the larger lightning bolt pattern, you're going to see coming back down here to the March lows, coming back up here to where this pattern began. That becomes the B point out here, and our C point is really the buying of that D point of that smaller pattern out here. And you can see the move out here. Now, this was not the complete extent of the move, but you can see how utilizing these tools and applying them to your stock chart, how well they work in helping us to identify and target prices out here. How about the move off of the 2012 lows, the November 2012 lows? Huge move up. And all the way up out here, we didn't get our first A to B equals CD pattern until June 24th, 2013. That is a huge move up. And the real signal, and maybe you can take yourself back to June 24th of 2013. It might have felt like the world was going to fall apart as price was moving down. Now, buying the D point or selling the D point, if you're going to sell it short, it's going to take courage. There's no question about it. And it's also going to require being able to read the signals of the market out here. The D point of an A to B equals CD down in the S&P 500 back in June 24, 2013, that turned in to the C point of an A to B equals CD to the upside. Is that making sense, what I'm saying? If we go back and I take a look at this previous slide here, here's our blown up A to B equals CD down. It gives us a price projection of 1565. We're going to start with our lightning bolt pattern starting all the way back down here in November of 2012. And in November 2012, that becomes our A point. Our B point is up here. Our C point is at June 24th. And what does it do? It gives us a price projection of 1904. What did the S&P actually hit? 1920? Yeah. So you can see just how well this works as a price projection tool. Now, take us fast forward to where we're at today, or where we were just a little over a week ago on October the 16th. As price was moving down in the S&P 500, what happened was it formed the next Gartley buy pattern. It made a move all the way down. You can see the price projection on the A to B equals CD tool got us down to 1826 out here. Price just intraday back on the 15th, the 16th, made just a slightly lower move. But then what did it do? It formed a nice little hammer candle out here. That's a reversal signal. That is a reversal signal inside of the market. So it formed our next Gartley buy pattern. So therefore, if we go take a look at where is it that the S&P 500 is headed to, because we know that right down here at this 1820-ish level right here, that what the market just did, as we just took a look at in the past, The market just formed its next Gartley buy pattern, its next A to B equals CD to the downside. So where's price headed to in the S&P 500? 2102 to 2178, unless the market releases additional information or new information to us. But at this stage, that's where price is headed to. What's interesting, if you take a look at the S&P 500, how you can also use this tool, this is a weekly chart. And if we take a look at a weekly chart for the S&P 500, and we take a look at the trend line, a strong trend line, coming all the way back to October of 2011, what we'll also see is price, when we were making those lows here in the middle of the month in October, price stopped right at that trend line. The bullish trend is still in place out there, and the market just gave us a huge signal a week or so ago. So let's take a look at the areas that we've covered so far. Number one, you can catch my morning show from 9 to 11 at TFNN. Two, the shows, all the shows at TFNN are broadcast through eSignal version 12. Just simply go to the apps button, click on media, you'll be able to see the shows live. Master indicators. Master different indicators that are going to help you identify volume patterns, momentum patterns, liquidity, and energy. Utilize those as tool on your charts. The S&P just formed a Gartley buy pattern on October 16th, and a new C point of an A to B equals CD to the upside. That's going to take price to 2102, 2179, maybe even the 2275 area. Symbols, and you can use this in all parts of your life, but symbols have more meaning than words, and that's why being able to put this lightning bolt tool on your chart is so critical. It's so important. You don't want to shortcut that. Now, not all lightning bolt patterns are equal, right? That doesn't mean that the C to D leg is always going to equal the A to B area. This pattern's been working since 1928. The value of this pattern was worth 3 Ford cars back then. Now, what I haven't really touched on that much is the mere fact that the market does 75% of the work for us. You see, the market is providing us with that A point of the lightning bolt, the B point of the lightning bolt, and the C point. And what you want to do is you want to be the master of that C to D leg. All you've got to do is identify swing points and then wait to either buy or sell that D point. And it's critical that we use Japanese candlestick charting because it is the way, it is the method that the market, that buyers and sellers communicate to you and I on an ongoing basis. And not all reversal candles are equal. And be careful, there's a lot of bad information on the internet. There's 30 different Japanese candlesticks. There's only 10 that you really need to learn how to use. All the other stuff is just simply noise. We also learned the importance that a relationship is a place where you go to give something. And I want to give you mastering probability for the next 30 days. It's no commitment on your part. There's no charge to your credit card. It's a free trial if you decide that, and there's plenty additional information that just comes with my newsletter. Now, the newsletter service is out by 8 o'clock each day, and it covers all kinds of commodities and currency pairs. It covers what took place as of last night. Because it's coming out at 8, I cover the futures market to help you identify what the day ahead looks like out there. So the areas that I want to cover next during the next 15 minutes or so is I want to be able to cover how do you project prices of that C to D leg using a lightning bolt. I want to review our structured rules for buying and selling the D point. I want to take a look at the features of the lightning bolt tool, which works on all versions of eSignal, by the way. So it doesn't work just with version 12. It works with 10. It works with 11 out there. I want to take a look at current A to B equals CD patterns. I want to, again, discuss how we further our relationship, and certainly want to be able to take questions and answers that we have from the workshop. So a relationship, it's not where you go to get something. It's a place where you go to give something. And I want to be able to give you even more by putting together these pieces of the puzzle of the market, by being able to filter out the noise and be able to identify where price is headed to. Now, when you signed up for the workshop, and thanks so much for doing that, what you might have done when you got to the register now area, you may have forgot to actually check the box that says, hey, I'd like to receive more information from eSignal about this partner event. Don't worry. We've got that covered. You've got a couple different ways to be able to get more information. Number one, if you've got questions, reach out to me. Send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Now, I get thousands of emails a day. Many of them, probably like you, most of them are junk. So there's a lot of emails that go right to my junk box. And I don't spend too much time looking at those, probably as you don't. So if I don't respond within 24 hours, ping me again, because I respond to each and every email. Now, another great way is to go ahead and just simply go over right now. Don't procrastinate. Take massive action right now. Go over to tfnn.com/Steve. Sign up for the Mastering Probability newsletter service. So beginning tomorrow about 8 o'clock, you're going to get a very good view of what the market is doing, what we are doing inside the newsletter. You're also going to get access to my money management workshop. Now that alone's worth $149. It's a 90-minute workshop, and it is key and critical to everybody's trading. There's going to be wonderful things that you will learn inside of that. Plus, as a part of my newsletter service, there's about another 30 hours worth of archive workshops that you get to learn more about the A to B equals CD pattern, Gartley patterns, and a number of other things. So go on over right now and sign up for that. You know, words and symbols are important. And as an example, okay, if I throw out the word salesperson, I were to ask somebody, because some of you may think that I'm trying to sell you on something. And if you think of the word salesperson, I mean, really, I understand how this, if you think of the word salesperson, what comes to mind? Is it positive visual images or symbols? Now, selecting words is really important. This is really important for you to understand about your trading and investing out there. Because when it comes to words and symbols, what if we change the word salesperson to influencer? And this is really critical. This is probably as critical as understanding the power of the A to B equals CD tool and how it works and how you apply it in life out here. I want you to get rid of that word salesperson. I want you to think of influence. In fact, I want to ask you, who do you think are some of the greatest influencers in our lifetime? Who comes to mind when you start thinking of influencers out there? Now, many people, or right now, one of the influencers that you should be thinking of is this guy right here. H.M. Gartley should be an influencer in your life. We know the value of what he sold back then. It has the same value as we speak right now. He should be an influencer on your trading style, the lightning bolt pattern. How about another influencer that we can say that impacted the world? How about Nelson Mandela? You know, Nelson Mandela, I remember him saying, money won't create success. The freedom to make it will. Think about that and what it is that he endured. I think he's a great influencer. Of course, most people would come up with Steve Jobs. You know, and Steve Jobs, his belief was that innovation distinguishes a leader from a follower. What I want you to do is I want you to utilize the tools and the information that you're learning here this evening. I want you to utilize that A to B equals CD tool. You see, what I did was I took what H.M. Gartley did and I applied new things to it. We're going to talk about those when we take a look at the expansion. How about Confucius? Confucius out here, many people quote him. He was quoted as saying, hey, choose a job you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. You know, I didn't know that that was the philosophy that I was living by, but that is exactly the way that I feel, and I hope you do as well. And how about one other influencer? One other influencer because of what his mother said to him. That's Pablo Picasso. His mother said this specifically. He said, hey, if you're a soldier, you'll become a general. If you're a monk, you'll become the Pope. Instead, folks, he was a painter, and he became Picasso. I want you to paint A to B equals CD, lightning bolt patterns all over the stock charts. And the reason that I want you to do it is because trading and investing is 80% psychological. The other 20% that you have to master, well, that's just really in your head. Yeah, trading and investing is 100% psychological. And so when it comes to influencers, the greatest influencers need to be you. The greatest influencer in life, the greatest salesperson becomes you. Because if you are a one-man, one-woman army, and you're taking a look at a stock chart, you are the one that has to make the decision whether to buy and sell that D point. And so the greatest influencer that you have to deal with is yourself. Now, I mentioned as part of signing up for the newsletter service, you're going to go through a money management workshop. And this is a tool that I created some 40 years ago, the power of 1%. Because you see, trading and investing is nothing more than a numbers game out there. And so you want to understand this tool. I'm not going to go into it completely here, but that's a part of the workshop. Look, you can have 18 losing trades in a row and still have 83% of your working capital. Now, most of you aren't going to have 18 losing trades in a row, but if you did, you're still in the game. And so you want to make sure you truly understand the importance of risk. Hey, look, if you get 18 winning trades in a row and you just simply did 2 to 1, you get a 43% increase. This is a numbers game. And the most important part of the number is being able to determine your position size. And so when we use that A to B equals CD tool, and we go back to Gartley and we take a look at page 222 out there, it was so important to be able to make sure that you're using stops. Now, the beauty of the A to B equals CD pattern is that the market is doing 75% of the work for us. It's helping us identify the A point, the B point, and the C point. Then we're just projecting using our digital ruler where that pattern is going to. So all we need to do is master the nuances of that C to D leg out here. And that means we need to account for the power of Fibonacci. So if we take a look at the ultimate price projection ruler, what that's going to do is that's going to go ahead and expand our C to D leg. It's going to give us what our one-to-one projection is. It's going to provide us 1 to 1.272. This is the monthly chart for the S&P 500. We can see the monthly chart that says prices projected for the next stop, the 1.618 expansion, 2213. 2482 is where I believe that the market maybe makes a serious top out there. 2350 to 2482 is what it is I'm looking for a long-term projection. But projection, it doesn't really matter. Take things one day at a time, one moment at a time. The A to B equals CD tool, the lightning bolt tool, you can get that for $99. Just go to tfnn.com/A to B equals CD out here. Here are the Fibonacci expansions. Let me explain just a little bit about Fibonacci, who he was. He was born back in 1170. He was about 70 years old before he passed away. He created the Book of Calculation out here. What I want you to understand is he created what's referred to as a summation index. And that's nothing more than adding 1 to 1 and adding then that equals 2. So then you would take 2, add it to 1, that equals 3. 3 plus 2 equals 5. 5 plus 3 equals 8. If you take a look at it as squares on a graph out here, 1 plus 1, then you got a 2 by 2 square. 2 plus 1, a 3 by 3 square. 3 plus 2, a 5 by 5 square. 5 plus 3, an 8. Now, why is that important? Well, it's important when we take a look at how those numbers work together and then what they create. Now, if we go back here and I take a look at this, this also creates what's called the Fibonacci spiral, or also referred to as the golden triangle. So what's really important here is if we go back and we take a look at this sacred geometry, we take a look at adding 1 plus 1 equals 2, 2 plus 3 equals 5, 5 and 3 is 8, and so forth. What we're also going to find is when we divide the previous number by the current number, when we finally get down to our 8th iteration, no matter what we do, we're going to come up to 0.618. And that's a major level for us to be paying attention to. If we go ahead and we divide the current number by the previous number, then we're all of a sudden going to, by the 8th iteration, we're going to get down to 1.618. These are key sacred geometry numbers that we want to use in our lightning bolt pattern. We want to use these in our trading. Now, what's interesting, and we come up with primarily 6 numbers that I want you to be able to use as you're analyzing your A to B equals CD pattern. I want you to understand those retracements. Remember the rubber band example that I gave you. Well, if you take 0.618, that happens to equal the square root of 0.382. So that's why we use that 0.382 as one of our numbers. And the square root of 0.618, that's 0.786. These are the 3 retracement numbers that are going to help us identify the power of the move out there. And once we identify the power of the move, then it's a matter of where's the expansion going to. And that expansion, in this case here, we're going to use 1.618, 1.272, and 2.618. And those are the numbers that we're applying or that we're using inside of our lightning bolt tool. Look, Fibonacci, it works in nature. If we take your human body out here, we'll see you've got 2 legs, you've got 2 arms, and you've got the head. You've got number 5. If we take a look at your hands out here, how many fingers are on your hand? For most of it's 5. Take a look at the structure of a finger out here. You've got the 3-knuckle series. Fibonacci is in nature. The next time you get a rose, go take a look at the petals. You'll see how the petals have Fibonacci numbers. Take a look at a flower out here with 5. A rose will never be the same the next time that you take a look at it. The golden spiral. If we take a look at a seashell or you take a look at your ear, you're going to see that the golden spiral is there. It's the reason that we go ahead and we use these as guidelines to help us in our Fibonacci expansion tool out there. Now, regarding the Fibonacci expansion tool, what it has is got user-definable expansions. You can use something other than the Fibonacci sequence series. You can use some other numbers out there. It's got the ability to define colors on the color spectrum of each of those levels. You can define the thickness of the lines. As you've been watching the presentation, you've seen some different lines and thickness. You can define line styles, whether they're solids or whether they're dashes. You can define your label colors. You can display text on the left side or the right side. It's got customizable menu buttons out there. It's got the ability to draw multiple lightning bolt patterns on the same chart. It works with eSignal version 10, version 11, versus 12 out there, $99. 99 bucks. That's all for that tool. Now, what we want to do is we want to use a very structured system for buying and selling the D point. You're going to let the market do 75% of the work for you. You're going to go ahead and master that C to D leg. We're going to use a mathematical formation tool to draw those expansions. We want to know where that 1-to-1 level is. We want to know where that 1 to 1.272 is, the 1 to 1.618. We want to watch price as it moves along that C to D leg out there. And we want to wait for a bullish or a bearish reversal candle, depending on whether we are buying or whether we are selling the D point out there. If we take a look as an example, how can we understand when something is going to change trend early? If we go back to October 9th and we take a look at the ES mini, this is on a short-term chart. We're now taking a look at a 10-minute chart. We can see it makes an A to B equals CD down. Then it makes a second pattern out here. It expands to the 1 to 1.272 level. Then it goes ahead and makes another A to B equals CD pattern. It gets down to about the 1 to 2 level. When the market started to reverse course, this is on a 10-minute chart out here. If we take a look at when it started to reverse course, back here on October 16th, it starts making A to B equals CD patterns. You can see I just cut this off right here at about the October the 17th. Now what have we seen? We've seen a market that has just simply skyrocketed forward. And we also know that on a larger term scale, the market has just formed a new A to B equals CD to the upside. If we take a look at some of the price projections out here, you've got the S&P headed to the 2100 area. We've got the euro. Now the euro got hit hard today by the news from the Fed, so we can take a quick peek at that and see if this price projection has changed up to the $1.30 level. Gold had a projected move to $12.94. It got hurt a bit as well. I think it was down about 20 bucks earlier. We can take a look at that. Whirlpool's got a 1 to 1 A to B CD projection in 176 out here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. And so lastly, and then we're going to go take a look at some charts out here. I'll go ahead and field whatever questions that you might have. In fact, you can go ahead and start typing in any of the questions that you have right now. Not the ability to purchase the A to B equals CD tool, the lightning bolt tool. You can do that. It's going to cost $99. Now there's a video that's going to come with it that teaches you how to use it. You're going to have access to me, Steve at tfnn.com, for any questions that you have. I'll get you up and running on that. There's a video that shows you exactly what you need to do. It becomes very easy for you to apply it, and you can start working on that this evening. As well, you've got access to a free 30-day trial for my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. Just go to the homepage. Well, just go to tfnn.com/Steve. That will take you to it. You can sign up for that right away. And I just want you to know it's been great to be with you here this evening. Again, if you've got some questions, go ahead and type those in. I'll try to get to those. But let's take a look at what's going on in the market as we speak right now. Here, for example, let's take a look at let's go take a look at the euro. So the euro's been moving lower. The U.S. dollar index has been moving higher. Let's take a look at the euro. Right now, it's trading out at about the 1.2628-ish area. Let me go ahead and move this up here. I'm going to expand it a bit so we can take a look at the retracement, because it's possible that the euro is making an A to B equals CD to the downside. If the euro takes out this little swing point right here from October 23rd, and that price is, by the way, that's at 1.2614. So let's draw a couple of different A to B equals CDs out here. So we're going to just simply select the top of the swing point. That's all I have to do is just select the top of the swing point. I'm going to click on that. That becomes my A point. I'm going to move down here to this little doji style candle right here. If that gets taken out overnight, that low, that becomes our B point of an A to B equals CD to the downside, and that says that the euro will come back and will revisit its lows back from October the 3rd. Get down to about a level of around 1.2496, 1.25. So that is one potential A to B equals CD. I'm going to go ahead and delete this from the chart, and let's take a look at the second A to B equals CD, the one that I believe is really more likely to occur out here. Now first I'm going to take a look at the retracement off of the low out here from October 3rd. We're going to come all the way up to this high out here on October the 15th. And what we'll notice right now is that what the euro has done is it's made a move down below the 0.618 retracement level. If in fact this area holds, we don't see this swing point broken here, what the euro will then do is continue on with its move higher with an A to B equals CD to the upside. Now I know that most people are saying, how can that happen? How can the euro move higher in the marketplace? How is it that the euro is going to make it up to the 130 level like I had on that previous page? Here's what I can tell you, and it's part of the work that's provided to my clients, my subscribers of Mastering Probability, is I do a tremendous amount of work to understand. Remember, I'm a pattern recognition expert. And as a pattern recognition expert, it means I open myself up to data that's available to each of us. It's just a matter of whether or not we want to go searching for it. And one of the great sources of data out there is to understand what the large commercial traders are doing. Yes, those are commercial banks. Those are the big money guys. And what I can tell you that they're doing, they're in the process right now of taking positions that they believe that the U.S. dollar index is going to croak, that the U.S. dollar index is going to come, I won't say crashing down, that's really not the right word, but the U.S. dollar index has made a significant high out there. In fact, if we switch over and we take a look at the U.S. dollar index as we speak, and most of you know that the U.S. dollar index is a basket of currencies. It's the euro, it's the pound, it's the Japanese yen, so it's not just the euro out here. And what the U.S. dollar index is really doing is it's forming an A to B equals CD to the downside. Now, as the euro, or as the U.S. dollar index makes its A to B equals CD to the downside out here, and we'll go ahead and we'll use the swing point high so far for today, that's got a 1-to-1 price projection down here in about the 83.78 level. And as that happens, we ought to see commodity prices move higher. In fact, interestingly enough, light sweet crude wasn't bothered by the huge move in the U.S. dollar index out there. That's got to make you say, something to think about. If we take a look at what's going on in the futures market as we speak right now, we take a look at the ES Mini. Looks like maybe it's down another point from the close out here. But as we take a look at the ES Mini, the S&P futures out here, and then we take a look at that, it's made the 1 to 1.618 A to B equals CD. What's interesting here, Ben, is I don't see any questions.
So you're probably, I'm seeing them come in right now. Steve, you're probably on a full screen mode, which is why you're not seeing any chat questions, but there's actually been a queue of them coming in. So let's kind of hold off the presentation for now and give you an opportunity to respond to some of the questions. So let me moderate some of the questions coming in. So the first question is from John. What about day trading or 2 to 3 day trading examples? Could you share anything at this point?
Absolutely. So let's go take a look at John, what is it that you trade? Maybe if he tells me what he trades, that might even be helpful. Let's take a look at a 30-minute chart here for the S&P futures. But Ben, if he throws in what it is that he's trading out there, then we can go take a look. Let's take a look at the ES Mini out here and see what it's done on its 30-minute time frame. So I don't know what the intraday time frame is at this stage.
It's an E-mini S&P.
It is perfect. Great. Okay. So if we take a look at the last major swing point out here, which took place at about, this is a 30-minute chart, between 10 and 10:30 on October 27th. I go from that low up to the high out here that took place at about 9:30 this morning. All that the market did is pulled back to the 0.618 retracement level. Now we don't, and we do actually have an A to B equals CD to the downside in this, and it's formed a hammer candle. Interestingly enough, this is exactly what the ES Mini did as it made the bottom on October 16th. Here's the A to B equals CD pattern. I'm going to start with our A point out here. Let me get rid of that vast. I might have to, let me just start over here. I'm going to start with the swing point high this morning. I'm going to come down to this low here between 10:30 and 11, come all the way back up to this level here. And what we see is that the market made a 1 to 2 A to B equals CD as it got down to 1962. Now, if you were an intraday trader, as the market was pushing down into that level, you most certainly would have wanted to have been adjusting your stop. And then when you saw this hammer candle, it's a reversal signal, no different than what we saw when we took a look at the S&P 500. That was an indication that we just got our next Gartley buy inside the ES Mini. Now, what you'll want to do is you want to learn how and where the best places are to buy a hammer candle. And that actually took place right here during the session between 3 and 3:30. Because you want to be able to buy a hammer candle somewhere between the midpoint of that lower shadow to all the way down at the bottom, because your stop is easy on this. Any close below that hammer candle at 2:30, that price point, by the way, is 1962, and we would be wrong on the trade. So that's where your stop would be. It would be below 1962. Ben, how about another question?
Sure. It looks like we have another question